Hey y'all, this is Megan, your Virgo bestie, astrologer, and tarot reader, and this is your big three for the week of June 1st through the 7th, 2026. You may want to go ahead and take a screenshot of these major transits as reference to get you through the week. All right, let's get into the big three transits first. Mercury enters Cancer, Sun and Gemini sextile Saturn in Aries, and Mercury in Cancer aspects to the nodes and Neptune. First up, Mercury enters Cancer. This shifts the mental tone from fast, curious Gemini energy into something a lot more emotional, intuitive, and memory based. Communication becomes more sensitive. People are thinking with their feelings more than their logic. This is a week where what's not said matters just as much as what is. So it's probably okay to read between the lines a little bit, but also be mindful of how your words land emotionally. And then we have Sun and Gemini sextiling Saturn and Aries. This is a productive, grounded aspect. It's giving smart effort pays off. Gemini wants options, curiosity, movement. Saturn and Aries is like, okay, but what are we actually building with this? This is a really good week to commit to something small but consistent, a habit, a plan, a conversation you've been avoiding but need to have. And then finally, Mercury and Cancer aspects the nodes and Neptune. We've got Mercury trine the North Node in Pisces and square to Neptune in Aries. This is a very spiritual but foggy mental space. On one hand, you can be receiving intuitive hits, emotional clarity, and even messages that feel faded. On the other hand, Neptune can blur details, create confusion, or idealize situations. So the key this week is discernment. Trust your intuition, but verify the facts before making decisions. Now let's get into your big three tarot cards for the week. The Queen of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. With the Queen of Cups, this is emotional intelligence, empathy, and deep intuition. You're being asked to lead with compassion, but also protect your emotional space. You don't have to absorb everyone else's feelings. With the Four of Pentacles, this is about holding on, sometimes too tightly. It can be money, control, emotional security, or even old beliefs. Ask yourself, where am I gripping too hard out of fear instead of trust? And then with the Four of Cups, this is emotional apathy or dissatisfaction. Something might just feel off, even if nothing is technically wrong. The message here is don't ignore what your intuition is trying to redirect you toward. There may be an opportunity you're overlooking because you're emotionally checked out or stuck in comparison. So, the theme of this week is this: feel deeply, but don't get lost in it. Stay grounded in what's real, not just what feels familiar. And don't ignore the quiet emotional nudges trying to redirect your path. Let me know in the comments what house Cancer rules in your chart. Where do you think you may be feeling a bit more protective or emotionally motivated? But also, my schedule is open, so check the link in my bio for a private reading. If you would like a crash course in how to work with your chart, please consider joining my 3-session course, Decode Your Chart. Links to everything is in my bio. All right, guys, I am sending you lots of love this week, and I will see you next week for your big three.